scare me, but you should fear me. The sun is setting, don't trust your hearing. You made a monster, I'm your imposter. Go ahead and wander, but don't trust the water.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with another true crime video, and we are going to be doing the story of Peach Black Afro. Now if you are new to the channel, I try to do these videos every single week, so definitely check out the playlist. I've done a couple already and I will be doing more in the near future. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive into today's video. Today's video takes us to Johannesburg, South Africa. Thulani Ngcobo, better known as Peach Black Afro, was born in 1979 in Orlando East, Soweto, Johannesburg. He described his upbringing as a typical Soweto upbringing back in the 80s, where you live with your mother, your aunts, your grandmother, your siblings, and all your cousins under one roof of a 2 or 3 bedroom house. Although they never had much, he says he never felt it because everyone around them lived exactly the same way.
Thulani Peach Black Afro Ngcobo right about here. Lana skipable what? Skipable Orlando East Murailane Street. Yeah, this is my favorite place ever. Yeah, this is my hood, Buffet. Skipable what? This is where everything started. As you see behind me, this is my family home. 6039 Murailane Street is skipable what? Hey man, I can talk a whole lot of stuff about this place.
The neighbors all knew one another, and if you were ever in need of anything, you could easily go to the next door to ask. Peach Black Afro went to St. John's Bachman School, also in Soweto, where he started from what was known then as Sub A and continued until Standard 10. It was around this time that he was introduced by one of his friends, Yanke, to a beautiful girl named Catherine Tricia Modisane, who was also from around Soweto. They were still teenagers at the time, but they immediately grew very close because of their shared interest. Catherine also wanted to go into the entertainment industry, just like Peach Black. Peach Black would later tell Drum Magazine that one of the reasons he fell for Catherine is because he stuttered when he spoke, and Catherine was one of the few people who understood him and never laughed or made fun of him, and was very patient with him, and this meant a lot to Peach Black. After completing matric, because he did not have money to study further in a higher institution, he decided that he would enroll at YMCA, which is a Christian youth development organization. YMCA offered the youth with a wide range of skill sets, but this was not the only objective. One of the main things was to try to get the youth off the streets, especially in township settings.
If you didn't know, learn DOCC, YMCA, Buffet. This is where a whole lot of artists in here. But I started here with my acting class here. Actually, my sketch class, Buffet. I used to buy there. There's a stadium. There's a swimming pool here on that side. Hey, you're talking about acting. With my first acting class, I was a 3 because of my stuttering problem. But I went, you shut up because you're going to be wasting our time. No good to win. No good to win. No more, and not. This is where it all began. Yeah, I'm a confidence and all that. Orlando East Baba, DOCC. Keep up with what?
Peach Black Afro and Catherine's love blossomed, and in 1999, in their early 20s, the lovebirds decided to get married, and they got married in an intimate traditional ceremony with friends and family. Peach Black continued at YMCA but concentrated more at MCing, and says American MCs like Redman influenced his sound and rap style. His main objective was to try and break into the South African music industry, and when things weren't going well, Peach Black developed a drinking problem, and unfortunately his wife also fell into it. At this point, he had moved from Soweto to Hillbrow, trying to move closer to opportunities, and was staying in what was later described by DJ Cleo to be a tiny small room in Hillbrow. And finally, 2 years later, with a little bit of luck and a lot of hard work from his side, he was discovered by DJ Cleo, and this is how DJ Cleo described the meeting. He told City Press that he was very poor and did not smell too good, and all he wanted was a break in the music industry. He went on to say that he was amazed by Peach Black's talent and passion for music and decided to move him and his family into a townhouse. He gave them furniture and a fridge and in 2004 his career blossomed when he released his smash hit Mandofondofo from his successful debut album Styling Gel. After releasing Ndofondofo, he released another single from the same album, which immediately became a hit as well, which was Pitch Black Afro. Pitch Black Afro was on the up and up, and things were looking amazing for him. He was breaking records left, right, and center, and one of which was best-selling hip-hop album of all time. He held this record until just a few years ago when Casper Nyovest broke it with Tsolofelo. Pitch Black Afro was on top of his game, winning multiple summer awards, being booked left, right, and center, and releasing hit after hit after hit.
Beautiful Nubian queen. Izakimi, mina nawe, sife silahlane sana. Please my baby, son. Asife, silahlane, baby. Ngiyakuncane uyazi vele, sing it to her. Anina ndaba nabo. Shubdubidada my baby, uyazi ngiyakuncane. Pelelo magama avele abembalwa my flower before ngokuthinta ngithatha ishower abafana nawe habebeka bakazalwa power to you my black woman chocolate brown skin so clean beautiful woman dala ngikubekile mzukwana ikhala ngiyi-one baphume kuwe abagegegege sana bangwana uyashisa kwatisi uyangicisha ugeze ngokwisibageze ngodaka bayawisha trisha you are a beautiful creature.
Money was coming in for Pitch Black Afro in buckets, but unfortunately, while all these wonderful things were happening in his life, Pitch Black was still struggling with an alcohol problem. The problem often manifested itself with outbursts of anger. DJ Cleo described Pitch Black Afro as an angel when he was sober, but troublesome when he was drunk, and went on to mention a number of unfortunate events that happened during this time. In 2004, he burnt down a hotel room in Botswana. The following year, at the Cape Town Jazz Festival, he fought with the security guards and got arrested. In 2006, he assaulted one of his fans and smashed a retail store window in a Johannesburg mall, and this event was documented and reported many times back in the day. His alcohol problem was really pulling him back, and DJ Cleo said that he tried with the record label many times to help him, but it would be fine for a short while, and he'd find himself back at square one again. In 2011, he was yet in another altercation, and this time it was in Rosebank, but unfortunately he was left injured and bedridden for a very long time with the cast, and this made him lose a lot of bookings and subsequently a lot of money. A few months later, the money did run dry, and unfortunately he would later mention in an article that he moved from staying in expensive suburbs and chowing money on shirts and shoes to living in a cottage back in his mother's house in Orlando East in Soweto. Even after he healed, he stopped getting calls from bookers, possibly because of his behavior. So he decided to start a recording label as well as a spaza shop, but both of these ventures failed. Please kindly check for part 2. It's in the description box. You'll also find it in the playlist. It's going to be the video right after this one. Thank you so much.